Hey guys, my name is John Picheri from Hocking Shield and welcome here to number 1 Avenel Gardens in Craigieburn. Now guys, what we're going to do is we're going to show you the entire home without editing, without putting music over. We're just going to give you a good reflection of what the property looks like before you come in, so that when you come through, have a look, leave, and sitting at home on your couch, you can get a feel as to what you saw is real. So we are here on 400 square metres of land. This home is beautiful, ready to move in straight away. But at the start, I just wanted to show you how close you are to Craigieburn Primary School. So if you pan over to the right, screen's right, you'll just see over there how close you are to the primary school. So guys, have a look at this. The home is on 400 square metres of land, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. We'll show you through, but look how wonderful the landscaping is of this property. It's so low maintenance. You're going to love living here. So come in, have a look. Welcome home. So you're greeted by a large wide hallway, tiled flooring right through, which is great. It's easy to keep clean. We'll come in and have a look here. So we're going to advertise this as a 3-bedroom home, but this can double up as a nursery, but study, workspace, whatever you need. This room here is approximately 2.7 by 2.7. What you're going to do, guys, is online, there's the floor plan and all the measurements on there. So you'll get a good view as to how this room could be set up potentially, but it could be a bedroom. I would say it'd be a great study or office space for you. So that's bedroom 4 if we wanted to call it a bedroom, but we're going to be advertising it as a 3-bedroom home. Love the large natural windows that come through. So that's a west-south facing window. So all the natural light will come through there during the end of the day, which is absolutely brilliant. And then we'll come through and have a look at the rest of the house. So you've got a double car garage, which you saw at the front. There's internal access as well. We won't show you in there. There's a lot of stuff of the vendors that is in there at the minute, but we'll come through. So the primary suite is here. The bedrooms are all magnificent sizes. So again, another large window to enable that natural light to come beaming through. This is a queen size bed set up here. A king size bed would definitely fit in here as well. And because you can see with the bedside tables that they've got set up, they're quite large and wide. So if you did want to have a king size bed, absolutely you could do that. And there's enough floor space here to have that king size bed because the king size bed's longer and a bit wider. Here you could also have an additional cabinetry or wall unit if you wanted to as well. There is your ensuite, so it's a full kit ensuite, shower, toilet and single vanity, which is great. And then over to the left is a wonderful big walk-in robe as well. Now you can fix that up a little bit. You can add additional storage above or just leave that for luggages, or you can put that in your garage. But there is enough space in there for this master primary suite. We'll come on through. So here's lounge room number 2. Look how big this space is. So the vendors have got an L-shaped chase couch set up here with the TV on that wall. That's exactly how I would do it here. I love these laminate floorings as well. They keep it warm underneath the feet, which is brilliant. Again, you've got a north facing large window here as well. You've got 2 blinds, so you've got the block out blind and then you've got the privacy blind as well. So these are brilliant for during the day. People can't see during the day. At night time they can, but during the day. And then you've got the block out blind that's here right throughout the property, which is great. So I'll put them back up for you. My gymnastics here. So this is a big lounge room, which is really great. And having that secondary lounge space is awesome because if you've got kids, just bring them in here and they can enjoy with their friends and their cousins and family. Come on through, bedroom 2, again, lovely big size bedroom. This again is another queen size bed set up here. I wouldn't do a king. Queen is perfect because if you did a king, there just wouldn't be enough room on this space from the wall to the edge of the bed. But we've got bedside tables set up in here, so there's plenty of space. Like I'm walking through here really comfortably. Again, the 2 block out blinds and the privacy blind as well. Big window to enable that natural light coming through, which is great. We've also got over here, I won't open the cupboards because the vendor stuff is in there as well, but we've got built-in robes as well, and that is in bedroom 3, which you'll see in just a moment. So we'll head on through to the main part of the house. We'll go into that in a little bit more detail, but we'll show you the secondary quarters of the property. So come on through. Property's got ducted heating and it's got evaporative cooling as well as a Samsung split system, which we'll show you. Over here, John, come on through. I'll get you to swing over to the right to your separate laundry. It's not in a cupboard, which is great. And it does have additional storage in here, which is fantastic. So plenty of room for a washing machine. There's a single trough outside access, which is brilliant. But this is a good space. Above head cabinetry as well. Your manhole is just up there to get access to the roof in your laundry, all right? So come on through. Your second bathroom is just here. Now, I say this in every single video. If you've got kids, there's nothing better, we'll head into the bathroom, than having a bath, a separate bath. So this has got a full shower, single vanity and bath, which is awesome, even for yourself, but more for the kids. I've got teenagers and they're still using the bath to this very day. All right, we'll sweat on here. So you've got a secondary powder room or toilet, as you can see just over here. And then over here is the third bedroom. Again, there's a double bed set up here, which is great. And then you've got 2 bedside tables. So a queen size bed will fit in here very, very easily. Big windows looking out to your backyard as well, which is fantastic. Look, we've got the lights on in here and it's a real overcast day and we don't need to have the lights on. If we were to switch them off now, John, if you wouldn't mind just turning around and switching the light off, just there, no difference whatsoever. So that is brilliant. Natural light is so important to have in your house. And this way the property is orientated and with the big windows, it makes that really, really easy to live in without having lights on. Again, beautiful big built-in robes, which is fantastic for storage. In a home like this, you need storage and this home has an abundance of it. Come on through. Main part of the home, excuse my back. Look at the size of this kitchen. It is a U-shaped kitchen. It is fantastically set out so you can enjoy. Now at some point later down the track, if you wanted to, we can upgrade this, but these are laminate bench tops, which are still in really good order. But again, later on, if you wanted to add some improvements to the property, this is where you could potentially do it. It doesn't really need it, but if you wanted to do that, then that's absolutely something that you can put to add to your equity level later on. Fridge cavity here, so I'm about 173. I wish I was a bit taller, but 173, so a 175-ish fridge will fit in this space. You could get a French door fridge as well here easily, but have a look at all the cabinetry that surrounds this kitchen. Your pantry in here gives you loads of space as well, and then underneath bench tops and overhead cabinetry, which is here for you. So you've got plenty of space to put all the things that you need for your kitchen. Simpson range hood, you've got gas cooktop, again that's Simpson as well, and then a chef oven, which is just there, which is great. Another big window here for you to get that natural light coming through. Intercom system as well, which is really handy. Dining zone, so the vendors have an 8-seater table here. Clearly, actually I'm going to get back to here, John, just bear with me one sec. So over here, you've got a breakfast bar. So this is about 180 overhang, maybe a little bit less. So you can have an informal dining space here. Again, later on, if you do decide to get stone bench tops, I'd stretch that out to about 300 so you can get a pure bench top seating area. And then you're not intruding in any space because that'll come to about this tile. And then you've got easy space to sit underneath here and enjoy. So if you want to have an informal meal, you can do that on this bench top. You can do it now, but again, later on, I would extend that a little bit further. So back to the dining space here, this room is so flexible. So as I said, we've got an 8-seater table here. You could extend that and easily have a 10-seater table. There's probably about a meter here, which is great. So if you're sitting, you've still got space, so you can bring that out a little bit further. You could have a square table easily, rectangle, any shaped table that you would want to have, you could fit in this space here. So a 10-seater table, you can get one of those pull-out tables as well. That will extend, there's plenty of space. Again, from here, there's about 800. So you could definitely get that extension if you wanted to. All right, so that's your dining space. Over here is your living, your first living quarters, which is great. So again, L-shaped chase setup here. I love the fact that it wraps around as well. So this is definitely how I would set up the room. You've got your coffee table and your TV unit here. I mean, look at the size of this wall. If you're a bit like me and you love big TVs, definitely 85-inch TV will fit on this wall here. So this is a second space as well. Look at that flow from your kitchen to your meals to your dining area. You know, just easy living, easy entertaining. Now we'll head outside. And I love this about the home. It's undercover. So if you wanted to extend your entertaining space out here, you can do so. There are vertical blinds here as well. Just it's a windy day today. So if they were down, that would stop that wind coming through, that gush of wind. Again, if you wanted to make a further improvement and you want to upgrade these, electric blinds would be another great idea. But the fact that it's undercover is brilliant. It's a little bit wet here today, but it's been pouring. So this is as bad as it gets for what I can understand. So this space here is really large. It would be at least 10 to 15 meters long. I don't know if this measurement will be in the floor plan, but this space here is really cool for the kids to enjoy. And then we'll have a look at the backyard. So again, low maintenance, which is what I love because we don't have time. Who's got time to manage a garden? So there's that little green space at the front. And then you've got another green space just out the back here with a garden shed as well, just over here to the camera's right. So again, low maintenance, very easy to maintain, very easy to enjoy so that you can just get it done and enjoy living inside the house or even get the kids outside. There's plenty of parks around here, guys. Like if you have a look on Google Maps, you'll see how many parks are just around the corner. Again, I touched on Craigieburn Primary School. literally 100 metres away from here, which is so convenient, so great. The public transport is just here at your doorstep. We'll go inside. We've got a little friendly neighbour next door saying hello, which is great. And that's another thing that I love about this home here. It's such a friendly environment. You're in a court. So when you come here, it's only accessible for everybody, of course, but the only people that will come in here is family, homeowners, or friends. So it's really quiet. There's no cut through for anything. You can't get through here unless you're coming here for a specific reason, which I absolutely love. So that's a home in its entirety, guys. If you know anybody that's looking for a home like this, like, tag, or share the video to them. I promise I'll get to see it as quickly as possible, but hopefully they can come through and have a look and agree with me that what you see today online is what you'll see when you walk through the home. Guys, if you can't get to any of the open for inspections, you're more than welcome to give me a call to arrange a private inspection. My telephone number is 0405 134 726, or ideally, I'd love to see you at one of the open for inspections.